Imagine being home alone, sleeping peacefully, and then suddenly waking up to the sound of someone trying to break in. That's exactly what happened to a TikToker named Lily, who shared her terrifying experience in a viral video. At 1:20 a.m., she was jolted awake by the unmistakable sound of someone attempting to open her door. Now, most people in that situation would probably freeze, maybe call the cops immediately, but not Lily. Instead, she gathered the courage to walk around her house, trying to investigate what was going on. Honestly, that alone is bold because I don't know if I'd have it in me to do the same. She then checked her home surveillance cameras, and that's when things got even more disturbing. On the footage, clear as day, a shadowy figure can be seen lurking around her property, trying to get inside. What makes this even scarier is that we have no idea what this person's intentions were. Was it a robbery? Something worse? Whatever it wasn't good. To this day, Lily has never been able to figure out who this creep was or what they wanted, making the whole thing even more unsettling. Hopefully, she's since beefed up her home security because of situations like this. Yeah, they don't always end well. Imagine waking up, heading out to your car, and boom, your tires are completely shredded. That's exactly what happened to over 30 people in a Texas neighborhood, thanks to one guy, 22-year-old Jesus Arellano. For whatever reason, this dude went on a full-blown tire slashing spree, leaving a trail of flat tires and angry car owners behind. But his joyride with a knife didn't last too long. Cops caught up with him, and now he's facing felony charges. No word yet on why he did it, but one thing's for sure, he won't be slashing anything else for a while. This is just straight up disgusting behavior. A group of teenage guys was caught on camera at a club when they noticed a wheelchair parked outside a restroom. But instead of minding their business, they decided to shove it down a flight of stairs, all while the wheelchair's owner, a disabled student, was inside using the bathroom. Yeah, let that sink in. Someone actually thought this was funny. In a busy factory, workers were going about their tasks when out of nowhere a piece of debris came crashing down, striking one guy right on the head. For a split second, it looked really bad, but luckily he was wearing a hard hat. That simple piece of safety gear saved his life. This is exactly why workplace safety rules exist. Had he not been wearing that helmet, the outcome could have been tragic. A wild moment unfolded on a Kick live stream when a streamer straight up slapped someone over a "your mom" joke. It started off as banter, but things escalated fast when the joke hit a nerve. Instead of laughing it off, the streamer stood up, swung, and smacked the guy right across the face, live on camera.
What's up, bro? Good, how you doing? Hey, I have a question. I know you're in the club right now or the bar. What is the naughtiest thing that you want to do for Christmas?
Your mom.
Anal. My mom? Why my mom?
I hurt you bad.
I'm gonna need you to apologize, bro. Respectfully.
Respectfully, I would like to be your stepdad.
Suck my bitch ass. Your mother.
Did you think the streamer overreacted? Subscribe if you think yes. Watch as this guy was casually standing still on what looked like the wild spinning carnival ride, as if physics just didn't apply to him. While everyone else was holding on for dear life, this dude stood completely unfazed, barely even flinching. Bro was out here defying gravity like it's just another Tuesday. A school bus driver drinking on the job with 32 elementary kids on board. That's next level reckless. The Illinois woman, Michelle Paz Lee, was caught on bus security cameras sneaking a sip while driving her morning route. The real hero? The clerk at the store who sold her the beer. They saw her get into a school bus and immediately called the police.
And told them they just sold beer to a woman and then watched her get onto a school bus and drive away.
She was fired the same day, but this isn't even the first time something like this has happened. Just last week in Oregon, a school bus veered off the road into a ditch, terrifying students.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
And in Washington, a 10-year-old had to call 911 because their bus driver was drunk.
She was drunk because she passed 3 red lights and she got on a side road.
Paz Lee is currently out on bond, but she's facing serious charges. 2 counts of endangering the life and health of a child, and honestly, she deserves every bit of it. On August 20, 2020, a woman in Chicago was live streaming from her car while waiting for her mom to finish a haircut at a barber shop. Out of nowhere, gunshots. Fearing the worst, she rushed inside, only to be met with absolute chaos. 2 men had entered the shop and opened fire, hitting 3 people, including her mother. Thankfully, despite the horrific scene, all the victims were rushed to the hospital in stable condition. But still, it's another chilling reminder how random and senseless violence can be. Here's another bizarre incident, this time from Brazil. In the upscale neighborhood of Belo Horizonte, a 50-year-old cleaning lady was just spraying down the sidewalk outside a home when a jogger with his dog ran up and started talking to her. At first it seemed like just a casual conversation, but then out of nowhere, he ripped the hose from her hand and started spraying her in the face. The two struggled for control, but in the chaos, she fell to the ground, injuring her knee. When she later reported the incident, she said the man was furious at her for wasting water, even though she was just doing her job. Sure, water conservation is important, but this definitely wasn't the way to handle it.
Oh, they wearing a wig? What the?
A reporter from KCBS in Los Angeles, Desmond Shaw, was covering a high-speed police chase from a helicopter when things took an unexpected turn.
Yeah, they we've really seen everything with this pursuit.
What started as a routine pursuit quickly escalated into a series of heart-stopping moments. The chase, which lasted over an hour, saw the suspect driving recklessly, weaving dangerously through traffic.
Oh no, oh, back, oh, bad, oh boy. Oh, definitely didn't want to do that. Oh boy, oh my God, oh no, onto the freeway. Oh my God, onto the 91 freeway. We'll try to get, I don't believe this, on the wrong way now.
At one point, the car became too difficult to control, and the suspect made a bold move. The suspect abruptly exited the vehicle and dashed across lanes of the 91 freeway, narrowly avoiding traffic.
Oh no, she's running across lanes of the freeway. Oh my God, oh no, I need to keep that wide right here. Oh my God.
Miraculously, the individual made it to the other side without injury. However, in the chaos of the escape, something unexpected happened. The suspect lost an item, a wig, which fell off as they ran. It seemed like they were unwilling to risk going back for it. The pursuit continued until the suspect entered a nearby Denny's restaurant. Police quickly surrounded the building, and the individual was arrested. The bizarre chase had finally come to an end. On April 30th, 2023, dashcam footage from London captured a tragic and dramatic incident. A large truck, carefully following its designated route, was in the process of crossing the road when, without warning, the gated crossing descended. Forced to veer right to avoid the gate, the truck found itself blocked by a car unable to move. Trapped and vulnerable, the truck's situation escalated. Within moments, a high-speed train appeared seemingly out of nowhere, hurtling toward the stationary truck. The collision was catastrophic. The force of the impact was so immense that the truck was obliterated, its shattered pieces scattered across the road as a testament to the sheer devastation caused by the crash. A mobile phone was discovered in the backyard of a house, seemingly belonging to a surfer. Upon finding it, it became clear that the phone contained potentially problematic information, though the exact details are unclear. The smartphone, which was left on the ground, may or may not have had its tracking function activated. In the time between the phone was found and now, multiple messages had arrived on it, some prior to its discovery and others after. These messages have raised questions about the nature of the phone's contents. The police have had the phone for a week now, and it remains in their possession. At a nightclub, a crowd of excited fans eagerly watched as the famous artist and celebrity Chris Brown performed. The atmosphere was electric and the music pulsed through the room, and the audience was fully immersed in the moment. But what followed was something no one expected. Suddenly, gunshots rang out, and panic spread through the crowd. People immediately dropped to the ground, trying to shield themselves from the danger. As the shots continued, the situation grew more chaotic, with people scrambling for safety. Sadly, not everyone made it out unscathed, as a terrifying event left some victims injured or worse. The once celebratory atmosphere quickly turned into a scene of fear and confusion. In August 2022, a camera captured a tense and nerve-wracking moment in Muzaffarabad, Pakistan. An LPG-carrying truck was cautiously making its way along a dangerously narrow mountain road, guided by several men who were helping direct the driver. The road had already suffered significant erosion, making the path even riskier. As the truck maneuvered through the treacherous terrain, disaster struck, with the ground beneath it crumbling. The massive vehicle lost balance and tumbled off the edge. The footage recorded its terrifying descent, rolling over itself as it plummeted dozens of meters down the mountainside. Astonishingly, despite carrying highly flammable LPG, the truck did not explode. Even upon impact at the bottom, the fall reportedly lasted around 30 seconds before the wreckage came to a stop. Unfortunately, the fate of the driver remains unknown, but given that the truck didn't burst into flames, there's a possibility that he may have survived the ordeal. A neighbor shared a video capturing an unusual moment involving a FedEx driver who seemed to be having a little too much fun during his shift. After delivering a package, he noticed a pumpkin sitting nearby. Without hesitation, he picked it up and placed it under his truck, seemingly attempting to crush it beneath the vehicle's weight. However, his plan didn't go as expected. Whether due to miscalculation or sheer bad luck, the pumpkin remained intact, leaving his playful attempt a complete failure. On Thursday, December 21, 2021, a massive wildfire engulfed parts of Colorado, blanketing the state in thick brownish smoke. Thousands of residents were forced to evacuate as the fast-moving flames destroyed hundreds of homes. Inside a Costco, panic spread as people began screaming, prompting one man to pull out his camera and document the unfolding chaos.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Get on the road, go eastbound.
Yeah. Come on, come on, come on.
The footage captured the frantic evacuation as shoppers and employees rushed towards the exits. Urgent shouts filled the air, urging everyone to move quickly as the fire spread at an alarming rate. Outside, the situation was even more intense. Heavy smoke mixed with high-speed winds drastically reduced visibility to just a few feet. The apocalyptic scene was nothing short of terrifying. Miraculously, no injuries were reported at this location. Despite the fear and destruction, the store managed to reopen within 72 hours, though the memory of the wildfire's devastation lingered long after.
I can't find my keys.
A woman attempted to take a shortcut by squeezing through a narrow space near a pillar instead of walking around it. However, her decision quickly turned dangerous when her jacket became trapped in a rotating machine. Fortunately, her quick-thinking colleagues acted immediately, managing to free her just in time. Miraculously, she escaped the terrifying incident without injuries. This final camera footage captured a tense moment just as the propane tank inside a truck caught fire. By the time people noticed the flames, it was already too late to contain them.
Go, 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 go! Go, go, go! Awas! Veteran!
In a quick thinking move, the truck driver reversed and dumped all the propane tanks onto the road. Within moments, they began to explode one by one, creating a massive and dramatic fire. Miraculously, the truck itself did not explode, and despite the intensity of the flames, no one was injured. Even with a nearby forest at risk, the situation was eventually brought under control. After hours of burning, the fire finally died down. At one point, a man attempted to throw water on the blaze, but the sheer heat and intensity rendered his efforts useless. Fortunately, no property damage was reported, making this a lucky escape from what could have been a catastrophic disaster. Captured in South Africa in 2021, this dashcam footage reveals a tense and alarming encounter. As a man drives to work, his routine commute takes a terrifying turn when three men suddenly approach his car, attempting to force him to stop. Reacting swiftly, the driver throws his vehicle into reverse, skillfully maneuvering away from the threat. The man, undeterred, closed in on his car, even making physical contact in their desperate attempt to halt him. Despite the chaos, the driver remains composed, using his quick reflexes to escape the imminent danger. Even as he speeds away, the men continue chasing after the vehicle, unwilling to give up. What makes the incident even more unsettling is that it unfolds in broad daylight, surrounded by a crowd of onlookers. Fortunately, the driver ultimately manages to outpace his pursuers, escaping unharmed. But the footage serves as a chilling reminder of how quickly danger can strike, even in the most unexpected places. In another industrial mishap, a metal dust explosion erupted due to fine metal particles igniting in the air. This violent reaction, triggered by an ignition source, resulted in a rapid and powerful combustion, leading to a massive fire. Despite the intensity of the explosion, all the workers managed to evacuate in time, escaping without major injuries. An 83-year-old woman had just left a store, her lottery winnings in hand, when her moment of celebration turned into a terrifying ordeal. Surveillance footage captured the shocking attack as she walked to her car. Out of nowhere, a man in red approached and forcefully grabbed the items she was holding. Despite her efforts to resist, he overpowered her. Just then, another man, seemingly an employee or bystander from the store, rushed outside upon noticing the struggle. He immediately intervened, attempting to pry the suspect away from the elderly woman. A brief but intense struggle ensued before the attacker managed to break free and flee the scene. Authorities from Florida's Orange County Sheriff's Office later identified the suspect and he was eventually taken into custody. Fortunately, the woman, though shaken, was not seriously injured. A GoPro camera captured a heart-stopping moment as a Florida pilot was forced to make an emergency landing on a highway in North Carolina after his plane's engine failed. While flying with his father on July 3rd, the pilot noticed the aircraft struggling to climb as they approached a nearby mountain. Despite multiple attempts to restart the engine, the propeller simply wouldn't spin. With the plane rapidly losing altitude, he had no choice but to act fast. Navigating a dangerously narrow path, he skillfully avoided power lines, trees, and 4 lanes of traffic before managing to bring the plane down safely on the highway. Miraculously, no one was injured, and even the aircraft itself remained intact. A few days later, a professional repaired the plane free of charge, and about a week later, it was back in the sky, this time without incident. This is a harsh reality of what happens when young people who should be building their futures instead fall into the grip of addiction. Keep watching. This eerie security camera has left viewers divided. At first, everything in the bedroom seems perfectly normal as the woman goes about her routine, but in a blink, something unsettling happens near the wardrobe, something that shouldn't be there. As she moves toward the bed, a dark figure suddenly emerges in the background, sending shivers down the spines of those watching. Some believe it to be a ghostly apparition, an undeniable sign of paranormal activity. Others, however, remain skeptical, questioning whether it's just an elaborate hoax or a clever editing trick. Is this chilling moment real proof of the supernatural or just another internet mystery designed to go viral? The debate continues. What do you think? At 8:10 a.m. on November 28, 2018, as the day began at Rain and Shine Car Wash, a woman dressed in dark clothing and wearing a face mask walked up to the register. Without warning, she pulled out a knife and began demanding money. The terrified employee froze as the blade came dangerously close. In a tense moment, the woman grabbed the cash and swiftly disappeared from the scene, leaving the store stunned and shaken. Despite the entire incident being captured on surveillance footage, the police were unable to identify the woman or track her down. The mystery of the frightening robbery remains unsolved, leaving both the store owner and the workers with unsettling questions. On July 10, 2023 in Bangkok, Thailand, a tragic and unexpected event unfolded just next to a newly constructed overpass. It seemed like an ordinary quiet day for the bustling city, but in the blink of an eye, everything went horribly wrong. The newly built bridge suddenly collapsed, and tragically, 2 people lost their lives instantly. CCTV footage from a nearby gas station captured a devastating moment from a different angle. In the video, you can see scooters and cars narrowly escaping the collapsing structure. The blue metal structure that had been holding the concrete slabs fell without warning, bringing the entire bridge down. The cause of the collapse was later determined to be a crane malfunction. The section of the 20-meter high elevated bridge, along with its supporting beam, crashed onto the road, crushing several cars and buses and creating heavy traffic in the aftermath. What you're about to watch will give you chills. TikTok user Terror Es Nocturnos uploaded a seemingly ordinary window washing video, but as you watch closely, something incredibly unsettling happens. In the distance, standing on the roof opposite, a woman in white with long dark hair appears. She looks almost like something out of a horror film. While some viewers suggest it's just pareidolia, a phenomenon where we see patterns in random things, others are convinced that the figure is physically there, or at least a ghostly presence. TikTok user George333 points out as a window cleaner passes by. The figure seems to move, which adds to the eerie nature of the footage. Some have speculated that it could be La Llorona, though she's typically associated with bodies of water, not rooftops. Is this a spirit we've never encountered before? One thing is for sure, it's no mere illusion. In a chilling moment captured by CCTV in Sonora, two men dressed in hoodies and tactical gear stormed into a convenience store, both armed. One of the men pushed a customer to the ground while the other viciously attacked the store owner behind the counter. Amid the chaos, the second man grabbed the money from the register and in a shocking turn of events, kidnapped the store owner. The entire scene left everyone inside the store terrified and shaken by the violent and brazen attack. In a dramatic action movie-like moment, late at night, a black car was cruising down a quiet street when the driver unintentionally angered a gang of 7 people. They shouted at him to get off the street and began hitting his car. Undeterred, the driver continued on his way. But when he turned the corner, the group kept pursuing him. In an unexpected turn of events, the driver pulled out a baseball bat and took matters into his own hands, fighting off the gang by himself. The scene unfolded like something straight out of a thrilling action film. This viral video shows a group of men from the Wildlife Research Center in Armenia releasing a bear they had captured back into the wild. The moment the bear is freed from its cage, it charges at the men who had just released it. While many have called it an example of the ungrateful bear attacking those who helped it, some viewers argue that the organization may have captured the animal for research purposes, possibly poking and prodding it for days or even weeks. Given that, it's understandable why the bear might be angry upon its release, right? A man has been charged with assault with a weapon after allegedly attacking another man with a golf club at the Burnaby Mountain Golf Course. 44-year-old Hyan Bin-un appeared in Vancouver Provincial Court for his first appearance on Thursday. The incident, which took place on October 12th, reportedly involved the suspect being intoxicated and hitting 3 men, all of whom sustained minor injuries.
Towards me? Yeah, you weren't even close. What is? Oh my God! What is wrong with you? Hey, you better call the cops. Call RCMP right now. What the calm down. RCMP right now. I'm on number. We can de-escalate this, hey?
The RCMP had to investigate another disturbing golf course altercation earlier this year, where a fight broke out at the Riverway Golf Course.
Oh my God.
Stop! You guys were
In that incident, video footage showed several men kicking and punching someone after a dispute over nearly being hit with golf balls. The situation escalated further when a woman was shoved to the ground. As part of the charges, Eun has been ordered to stay away from the Burnaby Mountain Golf Course and avoid contact with the alleged victim. His next court appearance is scheduled for January.
Well, yeah, there was people talking like, oh shit, something.
In a tragic and unsettling incident in Houston, Texas, a private helicopter collided with a radio tower, instantly erupting into a fiery inferno.
Bro. A helicopter crash, y'all.
The crash, which was witnessed by numerous onlookers nearby, resulted in the deaths of 4 individuals, including 1 child. Despite the catastrophic nature of the crash, fortunately no homes or structures were directly affected by the flames. The helicopter was operating as an air tour flight, though the specific details of what the passengers were attempting to view during the late-night flight remain unclear. The devastating accident has left the community in shock.
Nah, this is insane.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go! Let's go! Outside the fence! Let's go!
In a heart-stopping scene in the Bronx, a New York City MTA bus was left dangling precariously from the side of an overpass after crashing through a guardrail during rush hour. The 45-foot-long bus was left with its front end and one wheel hanging dangerously over the edge. Miraculously, no one was hurt.
I heard a big thump, a big bump. And then another one, it must have been the collapsing of the wall.
Despite the bus's location, just above an area typically filled with pedestrians, witnesses report hearing a loud thump, followed by the collapse of the wall. It was said that the driver had been struggling to make a turn, trying to avoid hitting a parked car. Another MTA driver attempted to help, but that's when the bus crashed through the guardrail. At the time of the incident, the only person aboard was the driver. The situation escalates further, with multiple explosions shaking the area, which happens to be situated in a residential neighborhood. Their jobs after the disaster. This video takes a wild turn when a woman posts a review on her vacation, revealing a disturbing experience. She's clearly shocked and upset, repeatedly exclaiming, "What the heck?" after stumbling upon rooms that weren't listed in the Airbnb directory. It's a cautionary tale about the hidden risks that can lurk behind seemingly normal vacation rentals. She warns viewers to be cautious as there are side rooms and situations that may not be advertised, potentially putting you in a dangerous or illegal situation. It's definitely a reminder to always do thorough research and never assume everything's as it seems.
To cause trouble
Bad
at
vibes
the workplace,
for sure, possibly trying to force their way in or create a confrontation. However, the co-worker stepped in, showing support and preventing the situation from escalating. Workplace support can make a big difference when things go south like this. The case of spontaneous human combustion is certainly one of the most unsettling and perplexing phenomena, with a number of mysterious incidents dating back centuries.
The cause of this house fire is still undetermined, where they found a man dead inside his home, but the sheriff says he isn't ruling out spontaneous human combustion as one of those causes. Investigators say they found a man dead from a fire lying on the kitchen floor, but the sheriff says there were only reports of smoke coming from the house. Fire investigators who have years of experience say they've never heard or seen anything like this before.
I really would like to see the coroner's report on this one after it goes to the state crime.
One of the most infamous cases was that of Mary Reeser in 1951, while her body was reduced to ashes while the surrounding area remained virtually untouched by fire, raising questions about how this could happen. Some researchers point to theories like the wick effect, which suggests that fat in the body can act like a candle wick, sustaining a fire once it is ignited by an external source, such as a cigarette or a spark from a fireplace. Other explanations delve into the chemical properties of substances like acetone, which can be produced by alcohol consumption or specific diets. Acetone is highly flammable and could potentially contribute to body burning at a high temperature. But even these theories don't fully explain why such incidents are so rare. The rarity of spontaneous human combustion, despite the presence of conditions that might seem conducive to it, is part of what makes it so chilling. The fact that it leaves behind such little evidence, sometimes only parts of a body, while sparing surrounding objects, makes it a mystery that continues to captivate and puzzle both scientists and the general public. What do you think about these theories? Do you believe there's something more supernatural or unknown behind these events? In November 2024, cops were called to a store parking lot in O'Hare, Wisconsin after reports of a domestic disturbance. An 18-year-old guy was with his girlfriend when the muffler on his car fell off. She got out to check it out and some dude rolled up and started talking to her. The boyfriend didn't like that, so he got into a heated argument with him. Afterward, witnesses saw the boyfriend yelling at his girlfriend in the car, which made some people worry. They called 911.
We got a call saying that you were arguing with another girl and that you guys.
Girlfriend. We can argue in public.
Okay. Well, we just want to know what's going on. We got a call, so we got to do our due diligence to come out here and investigate. Okay.
Argument's done.
Okay.
So everything's done, right? No traffic stop. You never pulled me over.
Nope. So right now we're investigating because we got called out here for a reason, right?
What's the reason you got called out here for?
That it's a domestic relation. It's a domestic that you guys were yelling at each other. So we just.
I wasn't yelling at her. My car was broke. She got out. I'm telling you the story.
Okay.
Some dude pulled by, started yelling at her. I don't like guys talking to my girlfriend, so I got out of my car and told him to pull the f away.
When the cops arrived, the 18-year-old explained that the guy talking to his girlfriend was a random dude who just rolled up. He told him to get lost. When asked why he was so upset, the 18-year-old said no one should be talking to his girlfriend like that. He didn't want any trouble, but he was frustrated and wanted to go to work.
I understand that.
So we have like other things to do.
I understand that, but the faster you guys cooperate with us, and if nothing is really going on.
What did I do wrong to cooperate with you about?
I've explained.
So no. The thing is, they could have called on another black male and female in the car. Okay. How do you know it's me? Did they give you a license plate?
They gave us a vehicle
with
the muffler. Listen, can I finish?
The officer wanted to make sure everything was alright, but the boyfriend was clearly agitated and didn't want to cooperate. He kept insisting that there was no issue and that the situation was resolved after the guy left. His girlfriend even confirmed that everything was fine, but the guy was still upset, and his frustration was only growing.
Why is there investigation? I told the to stop talking to my girlfriend. What's the issue?
Okay.
Say your wife's with you. Say your
wife's. What's your name, boss?
Please.
What's your name?
I'm not giving this a name because my ID's.
Okay, you're not helping the whole situation here.
I don't care. I do not care.
Nora 169, of course. If you could start an additional.
No, everybody's just getting in my way. I'm just trying to go to work. No, they go to jail for all I care. I got paid vacation. This I'll sit in jail to get paid to do it. This gets sit and waste people's time.
Nora 169, of course. 28 will be.
The cops tried to keep calm, but the guy wasn't having it, repeatedly insisting that he just wanted to go to work and didn't want to deal with the situation anymore.
Why are you guys yelling at each other?
Because that was talking to my girl. I told her to get in the car. I already told you this.
Miss, can you exit the vehicle and talk to my partner?
Yes, exit the vehicle and go tell that what the happened. So I can keep yelling at this Asian telling him the same thing. Okay, muffler's on the ground. Some guy talking to my girlfriend. I told him to leave. Problem solved. I'll get the muffler off the ground. What the is the problem?
Okay, so why were you so upset at the guy?
Because no needs to talk to my girl. Do you want me to go hit on your wife at the fucking bar?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm seriously fine. I'm not.
Was he hitting on your girlfriend?
Yes.
What was he saying?
To me, he was hitting on my girl. I couldn't hear him. I don't want him talking to her.
Fine, we're totally fine. We had it calm down until he showed up, and then he started going freaking out.
Sometimes that happens.
Like cops, he won't do cops.
Yeah, I get that, but somebody thought that he was mad at you and that you were.
I know exactly what happened, and I tried. He gets like this.
Public servant, shut the f up. I'm not asking you a damn question.
Okay.
Get in your car. I want to talk to him. I don't want you by my car.
You can talk to my partner.
Shut the f up.
Tensions kept rising as he refused to follow the officer's requests to step out of the car, making the scene more chaotic.
Get out of this enclosed ass space. Actually, I don't care. I'm getting out. I'm gonna walk a safe distance for what you ask.
Okay. Hey, come here.
What do you need? I'm gonna walk towards me. Go the f away, all four of you. I'm talking to you, but you don't need to walk. Stand on the white line. now stand on the white line. Problem solved.
Look around you.
Yes, look around.
What you're doing, if we wanted to take you to jail for...
Yes, you can, and I will call them paid vacation. So tell me what the needs to happen.
Okay.
I don't have time for this.
You just want to talk.
Yes, and I don't have time to talk. I have time to know if I need to call in paid vacation or go to work. That's what I have time for. I've been trying to explain it to the Asian and he didn't listen.
Eventually, the situation seemed to calm down, but the boyfriend's attitude stayed hostile, and he made it clear he didn't respect the officers or want to deal with them at all. He just wanted to leave and get on with his day.
It's gonna happen. It is our job to address these issues. There's
Yes, it's been addressed.
No, it's not. We're going to write you a citation for disorderly conduct, and you can go to work.
What's disorderly conduct? What did I do?
Disorderly conduct is loud, profane, boisterous, or otherwise behavior that causes a disturbance. As long as you stay like this, we'll give you a piece of paper and you're going to get out of here.
Okay, I'm going to grab my keys. You can give it to her. She'll ride with her, and I'm going to go to work, okay?
Yeah, that's fine, but we have to give you the ticket.
She is
we have to
me for
I
now.
know, but we have to hand it to you.
Okay, then it's got to hurry quick. I'm leaving in 10 minutes.
He's literally writing it right now. What are you...
A shopping mall floor in China suddenly collapsed, trapping a customer and a construction worker. Thankfully, rescuers were able to get them both out, and they only suffered minor injuries and are in stable condition. The incident is now under investigation. This chilling video shows the terrifying moment 13-year-old Maria Rita almost drowned after her hair got caught in a pool drain at home in MYUU, Brazil. She was stuck underwater for about 2 minutes before quick-thinking bystanders came to her rescue. One of the women nearby spotted a knife on a counter, handed it to others, and they used it to cut the girl's hair, freeing her from the drain. After being pulled from the water, CPR was performed and Maria Rita regained consciousness. She was rushed to the hospital for observation, but thankfully she made a full recovery without needing any further medical treatment. In Australia, a video was released showing 2 people involved in a suspicious fire. The footage captured them setting fire to a business early on Christmas morning. In a bizarre twist, one of the suspects ended up setting his own pants on fire and had to strip them off while running away from the scene. A shocking video captured the exact moment a car exploded while being filled with compressed natural gas (CNG) at a gas station in Fort Ala, northeastern Brazil in 2022. Not only was the vehicle completely destroyed, but the gas station also suffered significant damage. It was the car's first ever CNG refuel, and witnesses reported that the explosion was so powerful it sent the car's cylinder flying over 50 meters, landing on a nearby property. Another car parked nearby was also damaged by the blast. Security footage shows the car's owner, a man in a red shirt, standing outside near the gas station attendant when the explosion happened. The video captures the rear of the car being completely destroyed, and the startled owner runs for safety as the attendant quickly shuts off the gas supply. Experts later identified several factors that contributed to the explosion. The car owner had installed an unregulated cylinder, failed to do the mandatory safety inspection, and the gas station didn't require the inspection seal from a certified institution accredited by Metro. Luckily, the driver wasn't inside the vehicle when it exploded, avoiding what could have been a much worse tragedy. In March 2002, a tabletop RPG called the One Paragraph RPG was released by a person named MYUU C++. It was already a bizarre, overly complicated game with confusing rules and nonsensical math equations. However, the author later renamed it to Hybrid and kept updating it over the years. With each update, the game got more complicated, and as it stacks now, Hybrid has a total of 551 rules that cover everything from progression to the power system. But here's the catch. These rules don't really explain anything. Hybrid is a chaotic jumble of disjointed ideas and concepts that don't mesh together. making the game completely unplayable. The sheer number of rules is already a huge turnoff for most people. Add to that the headache-inducing color scheme of the website, and it's no wonder most people steer clear. But even those who slog through the rules came to the conclusion that most of hybrid is just pure nonsense. For example, Matthew included a ton of mathematical equations in the rule set, but solving these equations often requires abbreviations like C2, DP, and LP, none of which are ever explained. To make things worse, some of the equations themselves are totally made up and don't even follow basic mathematical principles. And if that wasn't enough, the game is also filled with random stuff like movie reviews and a brownie recipe in case the players get hungry while reading the rules. Some people have tried to make sense of Matthew's intentions behind this mess, thinking it might be a genuine attempt by someone who doesn't know anything about game design, but given how bizarre the whole thing is, that doesn't seem likely. So that leaves us with two possible explanations for hybrid's existence. First, it's entirely possible that this is just a massive troll. The author might know that 99% of the game doesn't make sense and created it just to confuse people online. This could have been a believable theory if not for the fact that Matthew kept working on it for years. The website hosting the game shut down in 2009, but Matthew returned with a blog in 2006 and continued the game even after that. Even the most dedicated trolls don't have the time or energy to produce this much nonsense for so long. The more likely explanation, though, is that hybrid is the work of a madman. Matthew might genuinely be trying to create the most complicated tabletop RPG ever, but he's also likely suffering from some sort of mental illness, probably schizophrenia. That would explain all the random tangents, nonsensical rules, and bizarre rants throughout the game. In fact, hybrid bears a striking resemblance to poorly planned comics created by someone named Jack Masters, who also struggled with severe schizophrenia and made something just as bizarre as hybrid. Sadly, given how long this has been going on, it seems unlikely that Matthew will ever come out and explain his situation or his intentions in a straightforward way. A tragic incident occurred on June 20th, 2023 on Highway 401 in Pickering, Ontario, Canada, when two people lost their lives after a tanker truck exploded in a collision involving 3 vehicles. The truck, which was carrying a highly flammable liquid, was heading eastbound when for unknown reasons the driver lost control. The truck veered into the westbound lanes and exploded into a massive fireball, engulfing an oncoming tractor trailer and a passenger car. Sadly, both truck drivers were pronounced dead at the scene. The occupants of the passenger car were able to escape just before the vehicle was overtaken by flames and thick smoke. The incident sparked multiple explosions as the flammable liquid spread. Reports revealed that the explosions extended beyond the burning truck, reaching nearby drainage systems, where the fire caused additional blasts that destroyed underground pipes. A viral video captured by the dashcam of a Jeep in China on January 22, 2024 shows a shocking sequence of events while a group of Jeeps was off-roading. At first glance, the scene seems calm, with people standing near their vehicles, but things quickly take a dangerous turn, and they have to run for their lives. In the video, one of the Jeeps tries to climb what appears to be a small hill. However, the snow and mud cause it to lose traction and the wheels start spinning, failing to make it up the incline. The situation goes from bad to worse when the driver seems to forget to hit the brakes, causing the Jeep to barrel towards the men standing near their vehicles. In a split second, the men jump out of the way in time to avoid being hit. Unfortunately, all 3 vehicles involved were totaled, though the exact cause of the incident has yet to be revealed by the news sources. In an unbelievable incident during the 2007 Golden League event in Rome, a shocking moment was caught live on TV when French long jumper Salim Stiri was struck by a javelin. The accident occurred when Finnish javelin thrower Tero Pitkämäki lost his footing at the end of his run-up, causing the javelin to veer off course. The javelin landed to the left of the designated throwing area and struck Stiri on his right side while he was crouched in the long jump warm-up zone.
Pitkämäellä, koska hän ei missään tapauksessa tietenkään. Tässä nähdään tämä heitto, siis Pitkämäen 3. kierroksen heitto lähtee tästä ja se kaartaa tuonne vasemmalle pituushyppypaikalle, jossa miesten pituushyppykilpailu on täydessä vauhdissa. Ja siellä on Salim Saidiri ja se napsahtaa suoraan siihen rintaan tuohon kylkeen. Oikeaan kylkeen ja jää siihen vähäksi aikaa. Vauhdissa ja siellä on Salim Saidiri ja sen keihäskilpailu latistuu tavallaan fiiliksen.
Siinä nähdään, kun se tulee Andrew Haun ohitse ja se on Salim
tuleeko se
kyllä Salim Saidiri
käteen.
Tällä kuvalla ei kyllä kannattaisi herkutella enää. Se on Salim.
Se tulee tuonne tuonne siis tulee tuonne kylkeen.
In March 2023, a Wisconsin state trooper pursued a vehicle on I-90 near Sparta after the driver, a 29-year-old woman, was initially stopped for speeding and driving with a suspended license. After several miles, the vehicle came to a stop and a high-risk traffic stop was conducted with the assistance of Monroe County Sheriff deputies. During the stop, the woman called 911, claiming the police were trying to steal her car. Despite efforts from deputies to convince her to exit the vehicle, she remained uncooperative.
So what I need you to do though, listen, you called 911, right? Multiple times and you were put through to me. I'm standing behind your car. Can you do me a favor? I'll make a compromise with you. Can you open your window? You don't have to get out of your car yet. Open your driver's window and look back at me. Nope, it's just me standing here. No one else is even around me. Look, I'm right here. See my flashlight? You told me that there's no weapons in the car, okay? And I want to believe you, and I understand that, but I'm here. I came all the way from Toma to talk to you, okay? I need you to put your driver's window down, and I need you to just look back at me. You don't have to look back very far. They're not going to shoot you, I promise. See my flashlight? You can hear my voice, right? Everyone's dressed like this. It doesn't matter what we're dressed like. And I told you to look back at me. I'm standing right here, and you won't look back at me. Okay, put your hands out the window. Okay, I'm walking up, okay? Keep your hands out. Hey, keep your hands out. Hi. I'm Deputy Heckman. I was talking to you on the phone. I'm still on the phone with you. She's all about seeing who she's talking to, and I tried to go up there so she could see me.
I just want to let you know I just got here, and I just want to talk to you, okay? I understand you've got some kids in the vehicle, and I want to keep you and the kids as safe as possible, okay? I need you to cooperate with us a little here. I need a sergeant.
Eventually, after nearly an hour trying to persuade her, deputies devised a plan to approach the vehicle. Spike strips were placed in front of the tires to prevent any escape attempt.
Make sure we're in the blind spot.
Sorry, sticking out like sore thumbs.
Yeah. Light now. Open the door. Open the door, we're gonna break the window. Open the door, we're gonna break the window.
The woman continued to resist, and when she rolled up her window, deputies broke the window and deployed a taser.
Okay, who are you though?
I'm Deputy Heckman, I was on the phone with you. Okay. I need you to step out of the car right now. Step out of the car right now. Step out of the car right now.
Ma'am, you are under arrest. Step out of the vehicle.
I'm going to break the window.
Break it.
In her face?
I don't care.
The woman was arrested and her 2 children were safely removed from the car.
Put your hands behind your back, now! Got it. All right, man, relax.
Are you hitting that again?
No. Stop resisting. All right, hey. Good? All right. Stop. We gotta get you on your side.
I can't breathe.
Yeah, let's try to roll her over. Wait, you on the EMS? Quit struggling. Roll on your left side.
Car location.
I can't breathe, you guys.
Relax.
No, I'm serious.
Relax. We're gonna get you on your feet in a second. Relax.
Stop driving for the key.
I'm gonna puke.
Then puke.
Okay.
We want to know what's going on with you. Yes.
Are you serious? I have it all documented.
Okay. Can we stand you up?
I will give it to you guys if that's what you want, man. I'll give you the phone. I promise.
I'm not sure what you're talking about there. I want to see if you're hurt right now, though.
Can
we stand you up?
I need to go to the doctor because
Ambulance is coming.
What do you want to see a doctor for?
No, I'm not sure. Can I help you right here?
The woman was later transported to jail, where an OWI investigation and field sobriety tests were conducted. She was charged with several felony and misdemeanor offenses, including recklessly endangering safety, resisting an officer, vehicle fleeing, child neglect, and operating while intoxicated. She was issued over $2,100 in traffic citations and released on bond. Months later, the bond was increased to $5,000 when she missed several court appearances. In August 2024, she pleaded no contest to 2 felony charges and 1 misdemeanor charge, while the other charges were dismissed but considered in the case. She was ultimately sentenced to 52 days in jail and 3 years of probation. In a chilling video shared by a user named BurnToast319, a young kid and his friend record a house, but things take a strange turn. At first, everything seems normal as the kids film the house, but then something odd appears. A mysterious black figure is seen either running or flying past the attic window multiple times.
What the f was that? Now it's not doing it.
Once we points it out. And once I get out the camera. And then you can see the light.
Oh my god, what is that?
What the No, that's too fast to be a person. And that's an entire room up there. And that's taller than the actual roof.
And it's not a shape of a person either. What the bro? What the is...
The kids are understandably shocked, with one of them commenting that it doesn't even look like a person. The video ends abruptly, leaving viewers to speculate on what exactly was caught on camera. The figure's erratic movements, changing durations, and the way it appears to move against the normal flow of time for a fan, if that's even what it could be, only add to the mystery. Many viewers have expressed being freaked out by the video, and it's easy to see why.
And it could be part of a fan, but it would be going the same amount of time. It's different times each time. What the
There's different durations.
This unexplained presence in the window raises a lot of questions. Is it a ghost, a strange optical illusion, or something else entirely? What do you think it is? Some believe it could be paranormal, while others are looking for more rational explanations. Let me know what you think happened here.
What the? No. Shoot me.
Carjackings and robberies can make living in a city feel unsafe, but this video highlights an interesting and bold response to potential thief. In the footage, a young woman is approached by someone who seems intent on robbing her. Despite the initial shock and fear, instead of giving in, she becomes angry and dares the young man to shoot her. Amazingly, she stands her ground, taunting him as she becomes visibly confused and starts to back away. The surprising twist here is that the thief doesn't expect this kind of reaction. It's clear that robbers usually rely on the fear of their victims to get what they want. When someone stands up to them, it catches them off guard, and sometimes they simply back down. While this video shows an unexpected outcome, it's important to note that in reality, it's always safest to hand over your valuables and let the authorities handle the situation. Better to file a police report than risk your life in a confrontation. This CCTV footage, captured on January 16th in the town in NOA, Skoda, Poland, shows something truly shocking. It's a train crossing, a spot where cameras are typically set up for safety. However, on this day, the footage shows a car driving straight into the path of an oncoming train without hesitation. It's a moment so unbelievable that it left many questioning whether the driver did this on purpose or if something else was at play. The 26-year-old driver, as reported by various Polish news outlets, was injured in the collision and was taken to the hospital. He now faces legal consequences as a result of his actions. The incident raises serious questions about what led to such a reckless decision, and it's still unclear whether it was a moment of extreme error, negligence, or something more intentional. Regardless, it's a shocking reminder of the importance of road safety, especially at potentially dangerous crossings. The Oklahoma City bombing, which occurred on April 19, 1995, is one of the most tragic events in American history. At 9:02 a.m. that day, the Ryder truck, packed with explosive, detonated outside the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building, killing 168 people and injuring over 600 others. The destruction was so extensive that it left behind unimaginable chaos, and rescue efforts quickly turned into a race to identify the victims and uncover the perpetrator. Among the wreckage, rescue workers made a disturbing discovery: an unidentified left leg. This piece of evidence seemed like a simple part of the forensic process, but it soon spiraled into a chilling mystery that would remain unsolved for years. As the investigation unfolded, they learned that the leg belonged to Lakeisha Levy, a member of the U.S. Air Force. However, when they went to place a leg with her body, they realized she had already been buried with both of her legs. This left them with a burning question: who did this second leg belong to? At the time, Timothy McVeigh was quickly identified as the main suspect after his vehicle was found with evidence linking him to the bombing. McVeigh, along with his accomplices Michael Fortier and Thierry Nichols, was arrested and later convicted. Despite solving the case, the discovery of the extra leg fueled speculation. One theory suggested that the leg belonged to a second accomplice who was caught in the blast, but investigators found no solid evidence to support this. Another, more wild theory posits that the bombing was part of a government conspiracy to destroy evidence related to the Clinton administration's Whitewater scandal. Some believe the mysterious leg could belong to an undercover government operative who was deliberately erased from the records. However, the most plausible theory is that the leg belonged to a homeless person who might have been in the area at the time of the explosion. A Reddit user who had worked as an investigator even mentioned seeing a homeless woman panhandling outside the Murrah building in the days leading up to the bombing, and some believe the leg might have belonged to her. To this day, the mystery of the second leg remains unsolved, and it's unlikely the case will ever be reopened. The bombing itself remains one of the deadliest domestic terrorist attacks in US history, and the lingering questions about the leg add an eerie layer to a tragedy that continues to haunt the nation. A group of people were in a vehicle when the driver fell asleep at the wheel. They crashed into a car, but fortunately there were no serious injuries. This highlights the importance of recognizing the signs of fatigue and taking necessary precautions, like stop and arrest, to prevent accidents. That explosion might have actually been a blessing in disguise. At the very least, it'll force them to clean up the place, which was long overdue. It's crazy to think about just how much energy was stored into that coil. The sheer power of it was absolutely terrifying. If anything had gone even slightly worse, the damage could have been far more catastrophic. In January 2024, Chicago rapper and gangster 800 TJ went live on Instagram with his crew. At first, it seemed like just another video of them flashing their weapons, but there was something much more serious going on.
Yeah, okay. Snake, no, I'm getting there. Hold on. Snake, no, I'm getting there. Hold on.
The group wasn't just showing off, they were gearing up to walk into rival territory and start a shootout. Most viewers assumed it was all for show, but the reality was far more dangerous.
We out here getting that, man. We out here getting that. Throw your head a Glock if you got one.
TJ wasn't the least bit shaken by the idea of a gunfight. If anything, he was eager for it. He made it out of that encounter alive, but his luck finally ran out in June 2024 when he lost his life in another shootout.
Somebody gotta climb through that window. I'm not climbing through that window. We have a hallway, but on pyro grade. You gotta be quiet. We cannot be loud. Look at the window.
A terrifying accident was caught on camera in India, the most populous country in the world, where traffic is known for being a nightmare. It makes you wonder, did the traffic signals have anything to do with this? The people on that bus must have been absolutely terrified, especially when they were facing down a speeding truck. Both drivers were incredibly reckless and it could have turned into a huge disaster. Thankfully, no one was badly hurt. What do you think of this chaotic traffic situation? This next video features a young woman named Sandra trying to film a house tour of a vintage 1963 bungalow. At first, she's just reading her lines in front of the camera, but she messes up and starts over. That's when things take a serious turn from a simple house tour to full-on nightmare material.
Wow, it's 10 p.m. and my day was fully booked with showings of this vintage 1963 bungalow. Go ahead, do it again. You're on camera. Go ahead, open this door. Open this door like you did the other one. Go ahead, do it again. I'm not scared.
Out of nowhere, the door behind Sandra seems to open all on its own. She's clearly confused and goes to investigate what just happened, but it doesn't stop there. Towards the end of the video, a smoke detector falls off from the ceiling, causing Sandra to panic and run away. And honestly, who can blame her? In the post's description, Sandra writes, okay, so here it is. I'm keeping this hush-hush from prospective clients for obvious reasons. Just so you know, I filmed the house at night because some clients wanted to see the evening interior lighting. I also heard a voice inside before recording, could have been neighbors, their voices echoing, and I'm definitely sure the house would randomly get cold. So what do you guys think of this creepy video? I bet you'll be thinking about it the next time you're looking for a new home. That looked pretty intense. It's crazy how we sometimes overlook just how volatile and dangerous gasoline can be. We use it all the time without thinking twice, but in the right or wrong conditions, it can turn into a massive explosion in seconds. In this video, a woman is absolutely stunned and visibly upset when she learns she's about to be arrested and sent to jail for stealing makeup powder from a Walmart. You can see the shock on her face as she tries to process what's happening.
Did cooperate.
Oh, God.
The reason why I called is because Walmart has a dollar amount there. If you serve past that dollar amount with shoplifting, we have to prosecute, okay?
I don't want to go to jail, please.
Unfortunately,
no. Please, I don't want to go to jail. You just stabbed me, please. I'm blind. I don't want to go to jail, please.
Calm down.
Please don't take me to jail, please.
Calm down.
Please, I gotta go. Please don't take me to jail, please. Please don't. Please don't.
You got your driver's license?
Yes, but please don't take me.
Can I see your driver's license?
Are you gonna take me to jail? Please don't tell. God, no. Please.
I need you to calm down for a minute.
I don't want to go to jail. I will never do it again. I swear to God, they banned me. I will never come back here. I will do what I'm supposed to. I will not come on the property. I won't do anything. I swear to God, I won't. I swear I won't. I swear.
Basically what happened is...
Please, I swear, I cooperate. Please.
Basically, Sylvia got that bag and went up to the pharmacy, got a medicine.
I didn't give no problems, though.
And she pulled out.
I'm so good.
How did you need a Walmart? I want.
So I have to prosecute.
Please, oh, I want to go to jail, please. Please, I swear to God, please, no, I'm begging you, please, no, I can't get a hold of my, I can't get a hold of my, I'm not gonna fight, oh God, I'm gonna get so real, man.
Still in disbelief, she calls her family to break the news, clearly mortified by her actions and probably worried about how they'll react.
Stacy, I took some powder and I got in trouble. I took a thing of powder and got caught. So I was really stupid, and so they're gonna take me for it's only gonna be for like 2 hours. I don't know how I'm gonna get back home. They're taking me to jail. I gotta go to jail for like 2 hours. Because I was stupid and took some powder in my purse. No, they're taking me to jail. I'm already handcuffed. Yeah. It's a misdemeanor and I'll only be there like 2 hours. Yeah, they'll let me go right away. I don't know, Stacy, I f***ed up. It was really stupid. Yeah, I know. You think Mom will come and get me? Well, I gotta go because they got me. I'll call later.
As she speaks with the police officers, she starts pleading with them, begging them to let her go, apologizing for what she did. The officers, however, calmly explain that Walmart has the right to process charges if they choose, and they have a strict policy when it comes to shoplifting. They go on to explain that the store has spent millions of dollars over the years trying to prevent theft, making it clear that there is no leniency when it comes to this sort of thing. Despite her repeated pleas and attempts to reason with them, the police continue with the process and arrest her. She's taken into custody and booked into the Athens Clark County Jail, where she'll likely have to face the consequences of her actions. It's a tough lesson for her, and an unfortunate reminder of the serious legal risks that come with shoplifting. Over on TikTok, a woman named Alex posted a video where she's hanging out with a young child and her pet cat. Everything seems normal at first, but things quickly take a creepy turn. At one point, Alex and her cat hear strange knocking noises coming from inside the house. She decides to follow her cat and check it out, but she had no idea what creepy situation she was about to stumble upon. As you can see, a huge teddy bear on the floor starts moving all by itself for some unknown reason. Alex, clearly freaked out, takes a deep breath and investigates but can't find anything weird. In the second video, filmed on a different night, Alex is woken up by strange noises in the middle of the night. When she goes to check it out, she finds that her child's toys are randomly playing music on their own, leaving her both confused and terrified.
À bientôt pour un nouveau concert.
To this day, these strange occurrences haven't been explained, but hopefully they'll be solved soon so Alex and her child can go back to living peacefully. Back in 2016, this clumsy guy accidentally set himself on fire while trying to burn down a barber shop in Kentucky. Security cameras caught the whole thing, including him frantically running to the grass to put out the flames. The police later released the footage to the public, and social media had a field day with it. People were cracking jokes like, "Is this going to be the world's stupidest criminals? I'm crying, I'm laughing so hard." And it looked like a professional arson team. Before things went sideways, the guy lit what looked like a Molotov cocktail and threw it at the shop, briefly setting it on fire. But according to the fire department, the place didn't even take any real damage. The owners had no idea anything even happened until they checked their security cameras. The burglars used a huge rock to smash the glass doors of several small businesses, including Trio's Pizza, who had only just returned to the neighborhood last August 2024.
It all happened so fast.
On a cold, snowy night, 3 businesses on Higgins Avenue were left dealing with a huge mess. According to Chicago police, a group of 5 men started their crime spree at Trio's Pizza. The owners, Tuyan and Alex Damjanovic, said the men trashed the pizza shop and stole the register.
And I think they heard the alarm, so that's why they kind of scattered.
After that, they hit up Roberto's Jewelers next door and the Elite Total Rehab Chiropractor across the street. This all went down around 1:40 a.m. before the men sped off in a silver sedan.
I burst into tears. I was like, I cannot believe again, it happened like 2 months ago. A lot of small businesses are hurting,
Trio's, which had been closed for 2 years, had only just reopened last August, but was already burglarized back in November.
We learned our lesson, so the police officer, they gave us a sign that says no cash in the register in red wordings. So we left it by our door, and I don't think they even bothered to read that.
If the thieves had known, they could have saved themselves the trouble, since they only managed to get some spare change from the register, making it more of a hassle for Trio's than anything.
I would like to thank everybody in the community who coming out and give their support. That's amazing.
A woman recently shared a video from her home security camera showing the close call she and her son had during a scary moment on the morning of October 22, 2024. Here's what went down. Just as they were about to step outside, the rolling doors unexpectedly came crashing down right in front of them. Those few seconds were everything, keeping them safe from a serious accident. The video went viral fast, with people commenting, relieved and praising them for narrowly escaping a scary situation. What an unforgettable moment. The floor just gave way. Luckily, he managed to grab onto the cement hose pipe in time. Thank goodness he's okay. People get kicked out of clubs all the time for being too drunk, acting out, or just causing trouble. Normally, you'd expect them to just go home, sleep it off, and move on. But not everyone reacts that way. This guy took things to a whole new level. He straight up crashed his car into the bar's entrance before storming off. Hopefully he gets arrested for that stunt because that was just insane. For this video, we're headed to Brazil, and if the past clips are anything to go by, this one's gonna be wild. And yeah, that's definitely true, but if you're not a fan of snakes, you might not agree.
Aqui na bomba agora, outra sucuri. Olha o tamanho da bichona. Olha. A bicha tá... Olha! Eita porra! Meu Deus do céu! Pulou em mim, caralho! Bicha doida da porra!
The subtitles weren't perfect, but they got the point across. That is, if you can ignore the fact that an anaconda literally lunged at this guy from the water. Gotta admit, that jump scare got me. No exaggeration, this was an insanely dangerous situation. If an anaconda wraps you up, that's pretty much game over. In November 2024, Madison Lane posted a video on her TikTok where she explains that she was up in the middle of the night when she started hearing strange voices coming from the kitchen, even though she was home alone. Things quickly take a creepy turn as she begins to investigate.
It's late and I'm hearing voices in the kitchen. It's just me in here. I'll show you. Sounds like something's banging over by the washer.
First, you hear what sounds like a chair being dragged across the floor, followed by a disturbing whimpering noise and footsteps coming from somewhere close by. Freaked out, Madison seems to run away from the room, and the video ends just a couple seconds later. Unfortunately, Madison never posted an update, so we don't know what happened after that. Let's just hope she figured out what caused the creepy noises and that her home isn't haunted by something sinister. This wild video comes from a group of guys in Brazil who, let's just say, didn't have the best party idea, and it went about as badly as you'd expect. They strapped a bunch of fireworks onto a roughly cylindrical structure, tied it to a big balloon, and planned to send it into the sky for a spectacular light show. The idea was that the fireworks would shoot straight up and explode in a perfect circle around the balloon, but they overlooked one tiny detail: gravity.
Não, precisa não. Não, lógico que não. Já era. Aí, deixa assim. Foi. Libera, pessoal! Libera! Aí, que emoção! Olha isso, rapaziada! Show! Segurado!
Instead of shooting upward, the rockets flew sideways for a bit before getting yanked down, basically turning the whole thing into an accidental airstrike. Fireworks started going off in every direction, sending people running for cover under a roof. But even that wasn't enough, as some of the blasts broke right through it. Chaos erupted as everyone scrambled to escape, and after a few intense moments, it finally came to an end.
Give me a fucking money now. Wallet. Give me your wallet. Don't touch me. I'm telling you now. Give me the fucking money. I haven't got no money.
Dramatic CCTV footage captured an 84-year-old man's remarkable act of self-defense in a Maltby, Rotherham laundromat. Ron Croker was simply doing his laundry at the coin op laundrette on January 7th when a masked man entered, demanding money. Instead of cowering, Croker grabbed a pair of jeans, wrapped them around his hand, and used them to forcefully push the would-be robber away. The stunned attacker, clearly not expecting such resistance, fled empty-handed. South Yorkshire police confirmed the arrest of 42-year-old Lloyd Smith, who was charged with attempted robbery in connection with the incident. Smith remains in custody awaiting his next court appearance. CCTV footage captures a regular night outside a nightclub, with people casually chatting until chaos suddenly breaks out. Out of nowhere, a masked man with a weapon shows up and tries to force his way inside. Luckily, the bouncer steps in just in time to stop him. The weapon ends up on the ground, and that's when the real scramble begins. Both the bouncer and the masked guy lunge for it, each trying to grab it first. Thankfully, the situation never escalates to gunfire, as the man gets taken down and arrested before things can get any worse. On February 25th, 2024, a local store in China captured this insane CCTV footage. As you can see, a woman stepped outside to move her bike out of the road so a truck could pass. Seemed like a normal moment until something absolutely unreal happened. Just as the truck was about to go by, the ground suddenly caved in beneath it, creating a massive sinkhole that swallowed half the vehicle. The driver was completely stunned, and bystanders couldn't believe what they were seeing. While it might seem like an accident, sinkholes like this are actually pretty common in China due to the ground conditions. The guy you see on your screen is none other than the former president of the United States, Joe Biden. While everyone around him is cheering and enjoying the ceremony, he is just standing there completely zoned out, staring into the distance with wide eyes. It almost looks like he's about to tear up, until the guy next to him puts a hand on his shoulder and gives him a little shake, snapping him back to reality. A lot of people believe that powerful world leaders are part of secret cults in societies, making deals with the devil in exchange for power. Do you think that could be the case with the current US president? Julius Titty's young one keeps staring up at the same spot on the ceiling and laughing for no obvious reason. It's almost like someone or something is putting on a little show just for her, even though there's clearly nothing there.
Oh, are they leaving? You're following them, huh?
After giggling for a while, she suddenly goes quiet, walks out of the room but keeps looking up the whole time. Then, as if following whatever she sees, she comes back and tries to get her parents to notice by pointing. She heads right back to the same spot, reaching up like she wants to be picked up by whatever's up there.
Oh my gosh. Out.
If this really is a spirit, it doesn't seem to be scaring her. If anything, she seems fascinated, like she wants to get closer. So, what do you think? Could this be something paranormal? And if it is, do you think it's a friendly spirit, maybe even a relative, or something more sinister trying to gain a child's trust? A recent video shared on social media was captioned, "When on the train, be careful." The clip shows a man standing by the train door as two elderly women pass through the compartments. Out of nowhere, he jumps and grabs a necklace from one of the women. But in the chaos, he loses his balance and falls right off the moving train. It's still not clear if he was badly hurt. Check out this intense footage of a group of weapon-wielding thugs harassing a man, and what happens next is shocking.
No, they're checking now. Too long. Who check again? Why check again? The phones are blocked. We'll block the sound card.
Exactly. So anyone's phone working?
Yeah.
So what next?
Turns out it's a hijacking, and these unlucky guys are the chosen victims, caught completely off guard in a life or death situation.
Okay, check it. Yeah, 2 vehicles and bring the phone empty and numbers. I'll get you all the numbers now. What are the numbers? You got location on?
Location now. They switch off location.
So you will ping the last location.
If you were ever in a situation like this, what will you do? A pilot somehow made it out unscathed after his helicopter crashed into a parked plane at Pearland Regional Airport in Brazoria County, Texas in October 27. Instead of a smooth landing, the chopper slammed right into a small white aircraft nearby. The impact was so intense that both vehicles shook violently, with the helicopter's blades still spinning even after the crash. Incredibly, despite the chaos, the pilot walked away without a scratch. This is the exact moment a Brightline train slams into a car in South Florida, all because the driver ignored the railroad signs. Instead of stopping, they sped forward, trying to outrun the train. But luck wasn't on their side. The back of the car took a direct hit, sending debris flying and nearly crushing the entire vehicle on impact.
Whoa!
A split-second decision turned into a devastating collision, and the aftermath is hard to watch.
Whoa!
Now on to another train-related close call, but this time, quick-thinking safety measures made all the difference. A driver tried to outrun a train blowing through a red light and ignoring the barriers. Luckily, those very barriers stopped his car just in time. Just seconds later, a freight train thundered past, barely missing him. Talk about a disaster narrowly avoided. Water is one of the most underrated forces in nature. A strong current can wipe out entire cities, as we've seen with hurricanes. In this video, 2 cars try to cross a flooded road. The first 2 are big and powerful enough to make it through with little trouble. But then comes the 3rd car, a low-profile sedan. And as you'd expect, the water was inhabited. The current started pushing the car down the road, and even though the driver tried to fight against it, there was nothing they could do. This next video takes us to Myanmar, where a crane collapsed during a bridge. What happens when AI is used to make stuff like child indecent? It's a serious problem. Take this case in Florida. Cops got a tip about some messed up images online, and they traced them back to a house. Turns out, this guy Philip was making AI-generated videos of young ones doing awful things.
Alright, so just so you know, my name is Detective McKay. This is Detective Somoza with Vero. We're doing a search warrant on your house, okay?
On my house?
Yes, sir.
Good morning,
Good
Sheriff's
morning.
Office. Could you step out with us for a minute?
We have a search warrant for the house. I just need you to step out with me, all right? Ma'am, don't go back inside. Thank you. Is anybody else inside the house?
My son.
Your son, how old is he?
30. Yeah, that's 30. You're scaring me now.
No,
38.
you're fine. Don't worry about it. Okay.
38. He's asleep. Straight ahead.
Okay. I have a search warrant in hand, signed by a judge. All right. It is for Yes, sir. Okay.
Son,
do you
and
have
my
any-
wife live here.
Any things on you?
Absolutely not.
How? Is he a heavy sleeper? Or?
Hey, hold on. We got one more inside.
Step over
Yeah,
here.
he's pretty
You're
heavy
okay. You're
sleeper.
okay.
Come on.
Does anybody else live here with you?
Me and my wife and my son.
Where's your son?
Sleeping.
Okay. There's one more inside, Dean.
All right, just walk right over this sign. Right over here. Yep, you're fine. Search warrant? Yes, these detectives will talk with you, okay?
The cops raided the place, and Philip was clearly freaked out.
We have a search warrant for the house. Okay. It is for okay. Yeah. That's why we're here. It's going to be a little bit. So just bear with us. I have a search warrant in hand.
I got an email the other day from...
I'm going to read you guys just as a group right now. Just listen, okay? Get it all done. I'm just going to read everybody their rights all at once. Okay? You have the right to remain silent. Go ahead.
I got an email a couple of days ago from Microsoft saying they got reports of unusual activity from an account from one of my emails.
What email?
From my primary one, it said it was coming out of Atlanta.
What's your primary email?
I have 2. I have one for work and I have a personal.
What are they? Just asking.
My one is Philip 32, 36, something like that, and then I have another one that's my personal. That's overlord.com or not .com, but Gmail, and it was I think it was the other one. I think it was the Overlord one. They said there was what's a suspicious activity coming out of Atlanta, and it pinged me like 3 times, and I was like, okay, just fix the problem, and I reset my email, and that was it.
Okay. This is the younger male. He confirmed his email, which is on the tip. Okay. He's saying it. He got flagged. He's trying to make a story up. Got flagged by Microsoft saying suspicious activity. So there was 2 tips that came in with the same IP address, which is your internet. One being that there was 18 videos uploaded. The next, there was 14 videos uploaded. During that, those videos were very explicit.
No.
I'm telling you, they were.
Can y'all just take the computer and see?
So that's what we're here for.
Okay.
So
I mean,
what devices are yours inside the house? Do you have a phone?
I have a cell phone.
Well, okay. Multiple tips come from an IP address that was coming from this house, registered to your mother, Paula. Now's the time to be very honest and truthful. Okay?
Okay.
I'm here for a reason. Those tips come with emails. You sent an email.
Yeah.
That was on my tip.
Okay. Which one?
The cog one.
If I had my phone, I could double check to make sure. Okay. That said, got an email yesterday, day before yesterday, one of the two. Just before, like, at night, to change your password and to do all that, and I did that. I was like, that's weird. 3 different times and in the span of a couple of minutes, like, there's suspicious activities.
What kind of porn do you want? I know these are awkward questions. It's as awkward to ask the same questions, so don't feel like this is normal for me. All right.
I watch
like BBC, MILF.
I've done some of that. I've done some of that. I have used Kick. I have used Kick in the past. I got invited to some groups that were like, post anything you want, honestly. And I have seen some things. I never downloaded anything.
We're gonna go through all that. Okay, we're gonna look through it here. We're also gonna bring it back to our guys that do this for a living. They're called digital forensics. We have very, very good software, just like the feds do. We're going to be very thorough, download everything. Even if there's stuff being deleted, we can see that as well. Are we going to find anything on there, honestly?
The only thing the only thing you're going to find in there, admittedly, there is. Do you ever hear of lolicon?
No.
There's lolicon.
What is lolicon?
That is drawn images.
Of what?
Young girls.
Young being under 18?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. But it's all drawn, and none of it is real photographs or videos or what have you.
Like real human stuff.
No.
Even if it's been deleted.
No.
Hang out with my lieutenant for a second. I'm gonna go inside. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. We're gonna be taking a few items for download to analyze them back at our station. It's probably gonna be a while. If I don't get them back today, it's not your stuff. So as of right now, we'll be taking a computer, 2 computers, and a phone.
They found a ton of this AI-made child indecent on his computer. It was so realistic, it was disturbing. The whole thing was a huge shock to his family, especially his dad, who was totally devastated.
What's up, buddy? Hands on back, please. Hands on back, okay? Palms together. Oh, palms together?
Yep.
Palms together.
You have any knives or anything on it? No. Needles, sticks?
Hey, who's the manager?
Anything that's gonna hurt us?
The senior manager. Reporting, just so you know. So he has a warrant for his arrest. We did a cyber tip on his house. We're arresting today for 20 counts of obscene images. So that's not at the level of, but not good either way. So he's going with us. Sorry to inconvenience you guys.
Now Philip's facing some serious charges and his family's lives are completely changed. It just shows how damaging this kind of abuse is, not just to the young ones, but to everyone involved.
That's just not the human thing to do to a father.
So the thing is, the reason why we do that...
So you don't want to hear that. I know why. Yeah, because he's trying to kill himself.
We don't want him seeing us when we show up and he grabs a knife and something worse happens. This has happened in the past. It happened down in Miami.
But see,
multiple people got shot and killed.
He didn't try to kill himself. I got assaulted that afternoon.
I heard that too, yes.
You heard that? Sir. I got 8 stitches in my face.
I'm very sorry for that.
I understand that, but I wish you just would have told me. Philip is not going to run or try to hurt himself.
I know, but you got to remember, people tell that to us all the time.
He might now. See, and he's got medicine in the house he has to have. So what are we going to do about this?
Thanks for watching. Stay vigilant, friends.